This festival is one that everybody wants to do every year, you know, so we're delighted to be back. You know?
Yeah, it's great to be back. It's all really well organised and get to meet up with loads of people we haven't seen in ages. So it's a really nice time.
Always in Ireland, you know, you hear every summer that like there's all the bands in Ireland know each other, you know, and you'd all be kind of jealous of who's going to Tønder, you know. Are you going to Tønder? I wanted to go, you know. So
we often get a chance to meet up with so many people at the same time.
Exactly, yeah.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
Beoga is the Irish word for lively or full of life, kind of. And it's a one-word, snappy band name, so that's why we used it all those years ago. We all grew up with it, with all our siblings and stuff would have played music, and it's a part of the fabric. But we would be on the more sort of progressive side of Irish music now, really. Like we try to mix it up. It wouldn't be strictly traditional or anything that we're doing now. It's more sort of, I don't know what it is. It's just music, really. But it would be sort of coming from that root of trad or traditional stuff.
We've all been playing all our lives, you know, so it's just been kind of part of growing up, and then that's where you make all your friends, that's where all the crack is, you know, so I suppose lucky to have it too. Yeah, it's important. I suppose the lads compose a lot of the music that we play, so if it's new compositions, it gives you a little bit more freedom to kind of take it in different directions and do your own thing with it and not feel kind of like you're messing around with something that's been there for thousands of years, and you know that you're not disrespecting something that's kind of come along before you or whatever. So I suppose that gives us a bit of scope to do something different or to kind of break the boundaries a little bit musically. So
there are people anyway. There are lots of bands that are kind of preserving the old stuff, which is great. It's in safe hands, but we would be sort of trying to just explore it a bit more and see where it can go. And I think whenever you have 5 Irish people playing Irish instruments, it always has that kind of sound, even if it's new compositions or whatever, people can still hear that it's connected somehow, no matter what notes or arrangements or whatever you're playing, you know.
So I would say probably that Irish music is more popular than ever. It seems to be getting more and more more and more kids are playing it at the moment as well, which is kind of that's when you know it's gonna continue to grow and change and move and develop and sustain, I suppose. You want the kids to play, and they're in. It's in safe hands, I think.
There was a big festival in Ireland last weekend. It's called the All Ireland Fleadh, and it's the biggest festival of the year, and there's 500,000 people go to it. You know, so it's Irish music's in safe hands for a long, long time. For sure,
it seems to be getting a bit of coverage again, you know, which is good. We were lucky enough to do a song with Ed Sheeran recently, and then I think that people, if they love it or they hate it or they like Irish music or don't, it still kind of familiarises people with that sound, and it's like, you know, all boats in a rising tide. You know, it's that kind of a thing. It's like when Riverdance came around. You know, a lot of people were kind of cynical of it. They thought it was very commercial, and it was, but all Irish bands got a lot more work then for the 10 years after, because everybody was kind of interested in it again. The same with the covers and things like that. Every 10 or 15 years or so, something happens and Irish music starts to get a lift again, you know.
We're not going anywhere.
So it seems to be kind of that it's starting to creep up again.